Hey guys, welcome to Wrestling Days and welcome to today's unseen video. We got loads to go through coming out of Smackdown. We're going to start with this. This was doing the rounds just before Smackdown because of course Smackdown is taped. I don't have any spoilers in here for next week's show. Not interested in spoilers. We'll just watch it next week. But this was doing the rounds before, and obviously Triple H had teased this anyway, that it is going to be on the YouTube channel, it is going to be on their social media accounts, that next Wednesday at the WWE headquarters, we're going to do a special Netflix kickoff show, right? So I'm really looking forward to this. We will do a special stream next Wednesday. We're covering this. We're going to be all over this. And look who's there as well. Logan Paul, the guy who said he was done, he was retired. He is shown on the graphics. So Liv is shown and Gunther's shown. Cody is shown. I think Punk is just out of shot. But Seth and Rhea and Logan, these are the stars expected to be at this event. And as we said, it's going to be all over their social media accounts next Wednesday. So big announcement, right? Let's get to SmackDown. We started with Big Jim. Big Jim making his way down. Obviously, people... he had a crutch as well. He's broken his big toe. People were yeeting at him, and he was like, that's the wrong twin, right? It did sound like there was fake crowd noises being pumped in during this. And I wouldn't be too surprised if that was true, because I think they really do want Big Jim, Jimmy Uso, to kind of have a big 2025. We really focused on Jay in 2024. I think we're going to focus on Jim in 2025, but we haven't really done that work yet. We haven't really got that ball rolling. So you could understand the crowd being a little muted towards him. They don't really know what to chant. And we had Yeet chants, that's Jay. We had OTC chants, that's Roman. And I think there was a little bit of sweetening of the crowd noise here. But yeah, the vibe I got from this is we are going to go big with Jimmy Uso in 2025. And by big, I don't mean world champion. I just mean he's going to be a focus. Much like what we've done with Jay, I think we're going to look at Jimmy Uso being a solo star in 2025. Obviously, he would get attacked. Drew would attack afterwards and lay out Jimmy Uso. So that's how our open ended. Backstage, he told Nick Aldis, said to Drew, get in my office after what had just happened. And Drew was quite comical with his response, yes, sir. 3 bags full, sir. So Drew might be the greatest ever to do it, says Sportskeeda. But this was important as well. Nick Aldis suggested that Bianca may have to be stripped of the tag titles. Naomi stepped in and said she would be willing to be like the step-in partner. Bianca was on board with that, right? She was on board with that, and obviously Naomi was on board with that. Nick Aldis said he'd have to check, but if they did do this, then they would have to defend the titles next week. We found out later in the show that Nia and Candice are going to have a tag title match next week. So it seems like this has been accepted. Bianca and Naomi are the tag champs. They're going to defend them next week against Nia and Candice. Everyone looking for clues to see if there was any little looks or anything that was going on here that gave us an indication that it was one of these that attacked Jade. What if it was both? What if it was Naomi that attacked Jade, but Bianca was in on it and she knew about it and she was just done with Jade? She didn't want to carry Jade anymore. And she thought, I could get rid of Jade. I could replace her with Naomi. What if they're both in on it and this was the plan all along? It is interesting to think that actually it might not just be one person. There could be like 2 people that have worked together on it, and Bianca, as we said, may be in on it. So yeah, I didn't see anything here that gave anything away. Be interesting if you did. But she's got to be more suspicious now that she's benefited by becoming a tag champ, right? First match saw Michin against Tiffany Stratton. This match was pretty fun. Michin getting the victory. So it's kind of gone the way that we thought it would go. Tiffany can, of course, still be on Saturday night's main event. She could still cash in during Saturday night's main event. And actually, they made fun of her, Nia and Candice, for not bringing gold into the group. You know, what if Tiffany gets a bit impatient and wants to show, well, I can bring gold into the group, and does actually cash in tomorrow and then bring gold into, look, see, I have brought gold into the group. So I did wonder if they were planting seeds. So Tiffany can still make her presence felt, but she did lose here to Michin. What a moment this was. So cinematic. We were on some sort of ship or something, but Roman Reigns officially challenges Solo Sikoa on the debut episode of Raw on Netflix, that premiere episode, Tribal Chief versus Tribal Chief. I believe this is going to be tribal combat for the Ufa Falafa. This was the match that was rumored for WrestleMania. It does imply that we might be going in a different direction for WrestleMania. But Tribal Chief versus Tribal Chief, Ufa Falafa on the line. This is big. This is real big. So, yeah, we're just stacking that debut episode of Raw on Netflix. Here we had Legado getting upset with Nick Aldis. And they actually said, like, what about that other guy? He seems to do a better job than you, talking about Adam Pearce. I was wondering if this was a seed being planted for them moving over to Raw. It could be that they're part of this superstar transfer. Carmelo Hayes' mystery opponent was revealed as Braun Strowman. Now, I didn't know who it was. I'd managed to avoid those spoilers, but I had seen reaction to the news, to the spoilers. People were a bit underwhelmed. I think it's fine that Braun comes back. It's not one that you lose your mind over. I understand it's not Penta, right? I understand it's not someone new and shiny and exciting. But Braun is cool, and he's had a really good year. His feud with Bronson Reed was so much fun. So I wasn't down on this, but I get it. I get why some were. And he absolutely destroyed Carmelo. Carmelo was just not ready for these hands. So Braun is back and he picks up the win. We found out as well he will be on the Grayson Waller effect next week. Not sure what's going to come of that. Next week's show, of course, is taped, but it's the Christmas episode, so I'd imagine it's going to be very Christmas themed. Again, there are images that you can find on social media. Next week is a taped show, so there are spoilers out there, but I managed to avoid them. LA Knight was talking about his attack and being attacked by the Bloodline last week, and my favourite part, he called it the Ufa Falafa rather than the Ufa Falafa. He called it the Ufa Falafa, and that did crack me up. I did enjoy that. So a pretty fun backstage promo from LA Knight. Fadeaway Media just pointing out the streets want Jacob Fatu in Fortnite. This was a very prominent sign during Smackdown. Jacob definitely saw it. There was a moment where he was stood right in front of it, staring at it. I didn't even know there were wrestlers in Fortnite, but apparently there are. And this person, desperate for Jacob Fatu to be added. Solo Sikoa making fun of LA Knight. It's only 4 seconds long. And I don't remember it. Oh, there it is. Yeah, there we go. Solo making fun of LA Knight. Very good. Very good. Right, Michael Cole made a good point. With the mid-card titles now being introduced, does that mean that no woman in WWE are now Grand Slam champions? This is something we've spoke about before, so Charlie, thank you. I think you can only win the belts that are available to you at the time. So I think that you was a Grand Slam champion at the time that you did it, but it's just to be a Grand Slam champion now, perhaps you now do need to win the mid-card belt. I don't know if you would change the wording to like a super Grand Slam champion and a mega Grand Slam champion, you know, Grand Slam champion 2.0. I'm not sure of the terminology, but I think it's unfair to punish people that had won all the belts available to them at the time to now punish them because a new belt has been introduced. So I don't know if you word it like, well, they was a 2-time old school Grand Slam champion. But yeah, it's something we've spoke about before. To be a Grand Slam champion now, you are going to need to win the mid-card belt. It is true. Boulder, slide in one commercial. Yeah, this sucked. The commercial that they slid in. So during the match, there was like a headlock, a rest holds. They actually did a picture-in-picture where they showed a movie trailer for Lion King, right? And they had the wrestling match in the little corner. It's like I said during our watch-along, we already get subjected to too many adverts. So the fact that now, during the bit of the show we actually get, we've now got to watch trailers. You're like, oh my God. I mean, it might only be once at the moment, but you know soon it'll be twice, then it'll be 3 times, then it'll be 4. Oh my God, it's a slippery slope. Just like how now we're going to have Prime in the middle. Well, now we've got things on the side, haven't we? And there's things on turnbuckles, and pretty soon they'll be flipping adverts all over the ring. It's a slippery slope, I tell you. So I must admit that was my reaction as well. Might be okay right now, but you know where this is heading. You know this is going to get worse. So... That was good though. Chelsea managing to get the win against Bayley. That means our final for Saturday night's main event, Michin versus Chelsea Green. So that is the final of the Women's United States Championship tournament. I think they do go Chelsea. But again, you can't rule out Tiffany cashing in and becoming the first champion. Tiffany could cash in, get herself involved in this match, and it could also be Tiffany. So this is going to be hard to call. It's going to be really fun, just like the rest of Saturday night's main event. Then we got to the very end of the show, and this is where Kevin Owens came out with that great line who said Cody was more interesting when he was Stardust. People seem to really enjoy that. There was then this blurry picture doing the round, Slemex, shout out to you, of Kevin wearing a Stardust top, but we have got a bit of a sharper image here of that Stardust shirt. So there we go. This man KO has an effing Stardust shirt on. Belt him up. So I don't think he wins the WWE Championship at Saturday night's main event, but there's plenty of people that are hoping that it goes that way. Right, Ethan, shout out to you, said one of my favourite horror YouTube channels has recorded an interview with Bo Dallas and Rob Fee. Just something to keep an eye out for. So here's Dead Meat. We've got tons lined up, and it says WWE interviewed with Bo Dallas and Rob Fee. How amazing is that gonna be? How amazing is that? So if you are a Wyatt 6 fan, a Bray Wyatt fan, that is going to be incredible. I don't think I've seen an interview with Rob Fee. Rob Fee is WWE's director of character development. So to get him involved, man, I wish they'd took questions from people. I'd love to have asked some questions. But we'll have to see what they've cooked up. Right, Jang Tae Sang says, here we go again. So amid conflicting reports, a WWE higher-up has told Dave Meltzer that Jade Cargill is absolutely injured and has seen WWE doctors and medical professionals. So I think what might be happening is that Dave Meltzer comes out with this news. Then, obviously, it comes out again when the Wrestling Observer comes out because he reports it in there as well. So I'm wondering, are we hearing this news again? Which is the same news we heard a few weeks ago, because maybe he's put it in the Observer now. I don't really understand this because nothing has changed. Dave Meltzer came out, I think was it the day after Jade was attacked, and said this is real, it's a real injury. Someone else then came out, I forget who, PW Insider, someone like that came out and said, no, it's 100% story. And then that's it. Well, now we've just got news that Dave Meltzer has been told that it's real, but we knew that already. So I don't really understand unless he's been told again. Like, it's been confirmed again. He's been told a second time. He's adamant she is really injured. And I've got to admit, I'm leaning to her being really injured. Just for the reason, I don't know why you would take her out of Survivor Series. I can't get past that. She's a big star that they're trying to build up. Why would you take her out of War Games if you didn't have to? So I'm leaning towards she is injured. I'm believing Dave at the moment. Not just because I'm blindly believing Dave, but I don't get why you would take her out of War Games. I don't get why you would take her out of Survivor Series if you didn't have to. So listen, we don't know. There's still confusion. Yeah, that's the latest on that. Right, Billy, shout out to you. So here, Crispy Wrestling said this has come from PW Insider that Seth Rollins against Bronson Reed was supposed to happen at Saturday night's main event, but because of the Bronson Reed injury, Drew was brought back sooner so that he could feud with Sammy for the show. So we were meant to get Seth Bronson. Instead, we're getting Drew Sammy. So that was the WWE folder. Let's have a look in community. So ATK3, congrats. Got tickets March 28th and 31st. £1,300. Oh my God. That is, oh my God, amazing, but so expensive. But yeah, amazing. Have a fantastic time, ATK3. Look at this. The Fiend has made a new friend. So we've got the Fiend on the scene. I like to check in with Miss Rattleheads. And look at it, reminds me so much of the What's that? What's that? That is what the washing machine is doing to me. But it is all down to the Fiend, who has the Sharpie right there. So very fun. Arrows One, shout out to you. I got to meet Liv today at River Edge. So she did do a meet and greet. So there we go. Arrows One with Liv Morgan. Brilliant picture. Congrats, buds. And Sanan, shout out to you. Got a follow from Karrion Kross. So very cool. Very, very cool. Right, Drew. Yes. Wow. Everyone was talking about this. It goes for over 2 minutes and it was on Busted Open. And Drew just talks about how he's given so much and he's missed weddings and funerals. And he didn't realize how much he had given until he actually had stepped away. And he was talking about it and he was, getting a little bit choked at times. And he says, like, F your opinions, basically, about the internet and the internet fans. He was like, I just realized I don't need your opinions. I don't care about your opinions. F your opinions. He's like, I've given so much. I've given too much to this industry. It really hit me whilst I was away how much I'd missed of life. And it's, as you can see here, look, Drew McIntyre just dropped the mic, walked off set after delivering some of the most real and unfiltered truth we've ever heard. I wonder if I can get away with playing the end of this. We're not going to watch 2 minutes 52.
I felt a few months. And as far as in wrestling on TV is concerned, I'm going to take and take and take. Like tomorrow morning, I'm still going to be out there helping the homeless, things that really mean something to me. But when it comes to Drew McIntyre on TV, Drew McIntyre in general, I really hate to say this because I didn't believe it till the past until I saw the proof right in front of my face, the lack of contact, and the look in my family's face and realizing everything that I've missed, that I'm just going to take from now on. I'm going to leave this industry. I won't be one of those guys when I was a kid in the locker room during the Indies, so we're just chasing that last paycheck, just chasing that last shot of glory. Please remember me. When I leave, when I retire, I'll have accomplished everything. And it doesn't matter if you're Mark Henry, Billy Ray, Tommy Dreamer, Drew McIntyre, Stone Cold Steve Austin. When you're gone, they move on, they forget. And it sucks, but it's true. So as far as I'm concerned, When it comes to the internet, I don't give a fuck about your opinion.
He says that whilst he was out, like, next to no one contacted him to see if he was okay. And he's like, it really showed. And, you know, everyone was just going crazy about how brilliant Survivor Series was. And it was like the fans didn't even miss him. And he's like, I've given so much. And, you know, everyone just moves on. I'm a bit conflicted on it, to be honest. I mean, my feelings are that I think this is a work. I think that this is him wanting to take this opportunity to say something and, like, break the internet, right? And so it's come from a place where I think there is truth here. I think these are things that he has observed. And it's a lot like Karrion. You know, Karrion did a brilliant job the other day of observing Wyatt Six fans, saying they were done with the Wyatt Six because of the loss. And so he cut a promo that I think came from a place of truth. And he was, you know, able to spit some facts. And I think that he did it for a few reasons, and we covered all of that. I think this is the same. I think there's some truth here. I think as he's talking, maybe he finds himself getting a bit choked, and that might have been organic, right? Him actually getting emotional might not have been intended, but I think he has missed things. I think it's easy for him to get choked up if he thinks about some of the conversations he might have had recently and about how he's not been there for certain things. And I think this is coming from a real place, but I don't know that this is... it's really hard. I don't want to say it's not a real promo, because I think it's from a real place, and I think these are real feelings, but I think the purpose of it could be a work. I don't know that this has just come out of nowhere and he has just walked off set and there's not a degree of planning to have said this, you know? Don't know. I always look at these things and I always think, like, work first, you know? He's doing it to create a buzz. He's doing it to get people talking. That's the reason for it. Plus, I can say this because he doesn't care about my opinion anyway. So, yeah, that was my first impression of it. But I do 100% believe there is truth to what he has said. And I do think he has missed a lot of very real moments. So, yeah, I just wanted to touch on that. It really was the talk of the town. And of course, if ever it's going to be the talk of the town, Karrion's going to jump on it. So just caught a very disturbing video, very heartbreaking. Actually, I wish I didn't see it. If you had his number and you were someone that didn't call him over the last month, you should be ashamed of yourself. Just like actions do, lack of actions lead to consequences. So there we go. Karrion getting involved in this. So, boom. Right. Let's go down to fun, shall we? So we covered. Oh no. Why has it gone in WWE? Did I click the wrong one? Fun. Boom. Oh, look at this. 90s WWE, a young Cody Rhodes. Look at this youngster on the pro wrestling circuit. It's Dusty Rhodes' 12-year-old son, Cody. He's already got a name picked out. The Stardust Kids. 12 years old. Wow. Isamar, who wore it better? Tiffany. I've got to be careful with my finger. Or Rita. Right, we've got this little clip, which is Drew, who said he's done with giving back, but here he is giving back. As they go to this wrestling club, they open the door, the kids scream loud. It's a bit like when I walk into a room. And so here they are at this, there they are walking into this wrestling club, meeting the kids. There was a lot of appreciation of this. I'd have loved it if Drew had just said, F you. None of you called me whilst I was off. F all of you. And then he stormed out the room. Oh my God, let's go. Robin, shout out to you.
let's pick up some real weight. Shut up, dude.
I don't know if you caught that.
Say, oh, punk, let's pick up some real weight. Shut up, dude.
So she was actually doing some on, I think, Instagram or TikTok or something. And CM Punk jumped in and he left a comment, let's pick up some real weight. And it did bother her for the next 20 odd seconds. Like she was like, you know, I'm trying to do my best here. And like she was really bothered by it. So CM Punk trolling Rhea Ripley. Check this as well. PQM says, this is beautiful. I think it would be really good for Unseen. So Gunner with a collection update. I'm sure Gunner won't mind us showing this, tagging Cody, wanting Cody to see it. Just amazing. This is a hell of a Cody collection. So I don't know if these are all Cody. I wouldn't think so because they've not made that many Cody figures. Unless they're like the same, like unless we got multiples, right? Maybe we do have some multiples. Maybe we do actually. I'm looking to see if I can see any different ones, but I think they are all Cody, you know. I think they are all Cody. Maybe there was like some chase versions or something, but either way, look, Cody banner, the figures, AEW figures. It's not about WWE. We've got AEW figures here, and we've got the like all the various different weight belts as well. So all the different designs. Look at this. Look, the TNT title, and you can see all these posters on the wall. All in, and some of the entrance jackets and whatnot. American Nightmare stuff. So, yeah, look at this. All Cody themed. Amazing. That is serious appreciation, isn't it? Like, following Cody wherever he goes, whatever promotion, I bet he so appreciates this. This is like a mega fan. Mega fan. For Cody. Do you know, I think they are, you know, all Cody. I did not realise they had made this many, but I think, to be honest, some of them may be, like, doubled up. But, like, and all these cards and everything. God, I love these kind of pictures. I love these. Look at all these belts and everything. They've got all the figures loose up here as well. I wouldn't even know how you would get these unless, like, maybe made them, but don't think so. They look legit to me. Amazing. Anyway, Gunner, amazing. An amazing collection. Just going to keep adding and adding and adding. I mean, imagine this room in a few years' time. Like, with all the merch that WWE keep pumping out. Where's Pharaoh? Should have Pharaoh, shouldn't they? Pharaoh got made as like a... Perhaps he's locked in the cage or something. I don't know. There's got to be a Pharaoh in here somewhere. Somewhere. I'll be shocked. Imagine if they love Cody, but they hate Pharaoh. Imagine that. Love Cody Rhodes, but I can't stand Pharaoh. Don't even speak to me about Brandy. That would be hilarious. I'm actually shocked that Bianca and Rhea managed to make it in there. It's just hardcore Cody. So yeah, that's amazing, dude. So love that. Love that. Right, so that was the fun folder. Let's go into other, shall we? So, World of Wrestling, thank you. Gage Goldberg confirmed that Triple H has reached out and said, reach out to us if ever you're interested in coming to WWE. Not WWE related, but there has been a lot of talent that had word that she has signed this week with TNA. When I asked higher-ups and others, they claimed they didn't know. I'm told that Jordynne Grace has pushed back on working with... Jordynne Grace doesn't want to work with Tessa, but she debuted here. She did return. And for those of you that don't know, obviously, she was alleged to have been a bit of a backstage bully, alleged to have made, like, racist and comments and alleged racism. She was blacklisted. I mean, she was out. No one wanted to touch her. No one was interested. But now all of a sudden, TNA have brought her back. And this really is the talk of the wrestling world. I've said I'm someone that believes in second chances without knowing where she's at. And because she didn't seem to take responsibility of what she had said and what had happened before. So it's so hard to know, like, where she's at right now. It makes it kind of impossible to comment, really. Obviously, if she's sorry, changed, all that kind of stuff, you know, I believe in second chances, but there's plenty of people that don't. So, yeah, this is one that's definitely going to divide opinion. But I was joking. I was look. She's only been back 2 seconds. She's already having a go at a woman backstage. Literally, she's only just come back, and look how scared this woman is. Some people never change, eh? WWE Hall of Famer has apparently withdrawn from Saturday night's main event. Apparently, $1 Million Man Ted DiBiase won't be appearing. We don't know why, but apparently he has withdrawn. Wrestling's biggest fan. This is amazing. So, do you remember we were talking about how it's expected that not a lot of content is going to go to Netflix, WWE content. So if you are someone that loves all the old shows, you're going to potentially miss out. Well, thankfully, there is more on Peacock in America than I was aware of. And so that means if you've got a VPN and you can subscribe to Peacock in America, you can still get access to all those old shows. There is this that I've retweeted that apparently is all the content, WWE content, that is on Peacock right now, right? So you can actually click on this and see what they've got over on Peacock before you go to the trouble of getting a VPN and, you know, subscribing and all of that. But that is what I'm going to do. I'm going to do that because I'm not confident that there's much that's going to move over to Netflix for us here in the UK. Netflix is going to be our one-stop shop. It's where the pay-per-views are, or the PLEs, Raw, NXT, Smackdown. It's all going to be on Netflix. But it doesn't look like much of that back catalogue's going to be. So this might be your only option, really. So just be aware. I've retweeted it if you want to click on it and have a look at it. But yeah, that's definitely something I'm looking into. Word of Wrestling, shout out to you. So I got to say a big thanks to Wrestling's biggest fan. Word of Wrestling said, have you seen this? Logan Paul called out by Adam Page. So Hangman said, I hope the next person they give half my moveset to is at least kind of cool. So he's kind of calling out the fact they gave some of his moves, like the buckshot lariat, to Logan, right? And Hangman's like, if they're going to do it again, I hope it's someone kind of cool. For the Love of Wrestling is coming up in the UK. This is big. It's where a lot of big wrestlers go to meet fans. I Am the Colour Red, thank you. I didn't realise it was so soon. February. In Manchester, Ric Flair is going to be there. Sting is going to be there. So this is huge. I don't know who else is there. We can click on it and have a little look, see what other announcements they've got. This is in Manchester next year, so Sting, Flair. That might be it. Sting, Flair. Oh, hello, ECW Originals. Wow. Imagine if you got a picture with all of them at the same time. Who else have we got? Shane Douglas, we just saw. Here we go. Oh, we saw that. Great Muta. Sonny Ono. Man, there's going to be some amazing opportunity. That one is in Scotland. Mick Foley's going to be there. Have we got any others? There should be some others. There we go. Jinder Mahal is going to be there. So Jinder's going to be there. Any others? Sonny Ono. Oh, is that it? Is this it? Europe's biggest wrestling convention returns in February. Jesus, where have all these been hiding? So, Jake the Snake, APA, Nation of Domination, Breezango, Great Muta, Ash by Elegance, Lex Luger, two-man band. We got Sonny Ono, we got Great Muta, lots of different options for how to meet them. Mark Henry's going to be there, JBL, Bradshaw, the Mountie. Oh, mate, the Mountie, that would be awesome. Shane Douglas, D'Lo Brown, Papa Shango, Godfather, Sean Mooney, oh my God. That looks really good. That looks really, really good. So, yeah, I'm super tempted to pop along to that. I don't know who I'd want to meet, actually. There's loads. That does look really good. Let's go back to bookmarks and other and just wrap this baby up. So it's Kaz, thank you. Natalia said, I can't wait to share what I've been working on. We're getting closer. It's coming together better than I could have ever imagined. It's so different than what anyone would expect. And that is where the magic is, in what's real with no apologies. So I don't know what she's cooking, but she's cooking something. Ratchet the Owl, shout out to you, my friend. Really appreciate this. So here, look, we've got some images of what you can get on Peacock. So again, loads of great looking content. Wrestle with Andy tagging me in this, thank you. So when Bret went single for a few weeks, they gave him this graphic, simply the Hitman. I always wondered if they were thinking of dropping his real name, because at the time we had people like Mr. Perfect or the Mountie. It was such a WWF thing to do. So did they flirt with the idea of him just being the Hitman rather than Bret the Hitman Hart? I've never seen this graphic, so I don't know where this has come from, but Wrestle with Andy tagged me in that and really appreciate it. Really good. So obviously next week, Saturday night's main event is this Saturday, but next week's show is taped. So we are running the risk of Saturday night main event spoilers being out there. So just be aware that because they're taping next week's SmackDown and Saturday night's main event is, tomorrow, it could have Saturday night main event spoilers in it. So just be aware of that. Kim's Chains, shout out to you. I can't believe how much stuff is in this folder. This has got way too much in it. Kim's Chains just showing me this, which I've never seen before, but this is D-Generation X over in Mexico, right? It's only X-Pac with a couple of other wrestlers, but they were known as and announced as D-Generation Mex. So it's like, did you know that D-Generation X were in Mexico? It is only X-Pac of the proper DX, but they were referred to as D-Generation Mex, which I didn't know. I'd never heard of. So again, I thought that was amazing. So here we go. Yeah, crazy. So very cool. Nick Butcher, thank you. Yeah, this is... let's play it. Look at Roman. He starts laughing. So he was talking trash to someone in the crowd that I think was trolling him. And he was like, I make more money this week than you will all year. And he just keeps going into numbers. And Roman starts smiling. He starts corpsing during this. So you can sort of see him smiling here, right? There, his face. And he has to move his arm to try and cover his face a bit. Kevin making Roman laugh while yelling at someone in the audience about how much money he makes. So Charlie, thank you. And Charlie, again, I didn't know this, but apparently there was the 3rd annual appreciation dinner and 2024 NXT year-end awards. I don't know who won what, but Lola Vice shared that she had won most improved. So there we go. That's what it looked like. And she put that up. So Charlie, Sam, thank you. Right, let's go to thanks. This video going way longer than I wanted it to. I didn't realize there was so much stuff in other. CM Chunk, thank you. Chris, thank you. King Yeet newsletter, thank you. Sweet Chin Wrestling, thank you. Lynette, appreciate it. Kelly the Wise Lady, thank you. Hasbo89, thank you, my friend. Kapata, appreciate it. Brandon, thank you. Wrestling's biggest fan, thank you. J Omega, thank you. Ian, appreciate it. Jang Tae Sang, thank you, my friend. Raymond, Thank you, Mitchell. Thank you. I so appreciate the support. It is no problem for me to be thanking people for the retweets and all the support that they show this video series. It's obviously very important to the channel, and it's great that so many people enjoy it. And I hope you enjoyed today's episode. Loads of bits and bobs in there. And of course, we will be back with not only Unseen tomorrow, but Saturday night's main event. Thanks for watching. Bye for now.